All right, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? How's it going? I am bringing you my Wolfhunter Stamina Nightblade build. Open world, PvP, sewers, whatever. This is for CP campaigns. Not a whole lot's changed from my last build, but stuff's changed, so let's dive into it. First of all, we're still running an 8 Axiom on the front bar. So we're running 3 body heavy impen, and then the greatsword on the front bar. I've tried the axe, I tried them all. They're all good. It just kind of depends on what you kind of want. I like the burst a little bit. That added burst when you're trying to 1vx is pretty nice, but I go back and forth between them all and the greatsword. Yeah. Back bar, master's bow, infused or nern. I think those are the 2 best choices. I'm using infused right now. I don't think there's a big difference either way. Yeah. So anyway, monster set, we're running 2-piece Balorgh. Heavy. Balorgh is the new monster set in the Wolfhunter patch. If you haven't seen it, it's right here. 1 piece is weapon and spell damage. 2 piece, when you use an ultimate ability, you gain weapon and spell damage for 10 seconds, equal to twice the amount of the total ultimate consumed. So if you use 100 ultimate, you get 200 weapon damage or spell damage. If you use 500 ultimate, you get up to 1,000 weapon or spell damage, depending on what you're using. So, and with the ultimate that we're using, this can stack damage very, very quickly. Last patch we were running Bloodspawn. Bloodspawn is still good. I just like this for when we need it. When you really need to take out somebody tanky, you have the potential to just, delay the fight a little bit, build some ultimate, and then really just amp in some damage. Like I said, an 8 Axiom, 3 body pieces, all heavy. Balorgh shoulder, impen. I'm running 5-2 right now. So 5 heavy, 2 medium. The other set we're running is 5-piece barkskin. It's right here. If you guys have seen my last builds, I like this quite a bit. What this allows us to do is run heavy and use rally instead of forward momentum. And so we get a burst heal with rally over forward momentum. It's very nice for a Nightblade. We get the tankiness. 2-piece here is max health. 3 pieces stamina recovery, which is nice. 4 pieces physical resistance, it's okay. But the 5-piece reduces the duration of immobilizations and snares applied to you by 50%, which is a lot. When an immobilization or snare is applied to you, heal for 2519 health and restore 976 stamina. This effect can occur once every 5 seconds. So this is in combat. This is 1000 stamina every 5 seconds, which turns out to 400 stamina recovery. Just under 400 since I don't have all gold gear. But basically every class has an immobilization or a snare. When you're in combat, when you're 1vxing, you'll have 100% uptime on this. So, or pretty damn close. So this makes you very hard to kill because you get the heal. It gives you more stamina, allows you to dodge roll a little bit more. It boosts your sustain quite a bit. And on top of that, it reduces your snares so that you can run rally so you have more healing. So that's why I like the set so much. Yeah. And then we are running infused barkskin jewelry. I need to get the chromium. I need to get this golded out. We're running infused with weapon damage on all 3 pieces. So this being gold would be better. It's very expensive though. I just haven't done it yet. Yeah. So that's that. Skills. We're not going to change a whole lot. This bar right here, you can put either siphoning attacks or relentless focus. I go back and forth. Sometimes I like siphoning when I'm fighting slightly larger groups. I like relentless focus for putting out a little bit more burst. It's up to you. I'm not going to tell you what you like. I go back and forth sometimes in a night just to try and figure it out. And honestly, it just doesn't matter. You can run one or the other. Shadow image, shadowy disguise, poison injection, resolving vigor, and ballista on the back bar. On the front bar, we got killer's blade, ambush, rally, mass hysteria, surprise attack, and incapacitating strike. These are all class abilities. All the damage ones are class abilities, so we buff it with an 8 Axiom. CP. 51 in the Warlord. 56 Mooncalf, 56 Tenacity, 56 Tumbling, 16 Shadow Ward, 25 Befoul. I know I'm going quick, but if you need it, just pause it really quickly. 37 Blessed, 61 Master at Arms, 49 Mighty, 42 Piercing, 40 Precise Strikes, 30 into Thaumaturge, 51 Ironclad, 39 into Resistant, 49 Hardy, 49 Ellie Defender, 23 into Thick Skinned, 49 into Quick Recovery. As far as consumables go, we are running tripods, and then we are also running Lava Foot, Soup and Salt Tree, which gives us our max magicka and stamina recovery. You know, bang for our buck. This will give us the most stamina and stamina recovery we can get. And then tripods are nice. We also run lingering health pots depending on the fight. If we're running across a bunch of dot builds, it's nice to quick swap this over, put these on, and you know, stay in there instead of running around. So anyway, as far as the character sheet goes, that's the character sheet without a tripod. 3,000 weapon damage, 29,664 stamina, 22, just under 23,000 health, 2,200 stamina recovery, and 2,800 crit resist. When I pop a pot, I'm gonna buff up. I'm sitting at just under 2,500 stamina recovery, 2825 critical resistance, 29,664 max stamina. Now, the thing about this build is when you look at it, you're gonna be like, okay, the character sheet kind of sucks else. Like, why the fuck are you running this? Keep in mind, innate axiom does not show up on the character sheet. So that 400 weapon and spell damage for your class abilities isn't on here. So that's jumps us up to 3,600 weapon damage. So we have that. We also have the Master's Bow on our back bar with the infused enchant. So we get 450 with the Berserk enchant. So that jumps us up over 4K. We get 300 with our poison injection. So roughly, we have anywhere from 42 to 4,500 weapon damage with this build. On top of that, you saw that I was sitting at 2483. We also have 400 stamina recovery. So we have just about 2,900 stamina recovery in PvP. You know, the damage isn't, when you look at the tooltips, I have just under 10K surprise attacks, just under 16K in caps. That's without my bow. So this jumps over 16. This jumps well over 10. I think I'm sitting around 11,000 surprise attacks. So the damage is there. And on top of that, we are also running two-piece Balorgh. So depending on what we have, you know, if I'm sitting at 43 to 4,500 weapon damage, I can have 5,500 weapon damage with this set if I have 500 ultimate that I consume with Balorgh. So these are the stats. I'm running the Serpent Mundus, and yeah, so I'm not going to be able to show it to you guys here because I want to make this this video rather quickly, but I was doing some tests with Balorgh with this setup, and Balorgh obviously provides a lot of burst. And the best part about it, if you go back and watch my video, it's not when the ultimate lands, it is when you cast the ultimate that you get the buff, and it's for 10 seconds. And so that's why it's so nice, is if you run a class that runs ultimate burst combos, it's going to work out very well. Now, I know this is only 70 ultimate, so, you know, if I pop it right away, it's going to give me 140. You know, it's not a whole lot, but I kind of wait more often than not anyways. You kind of want to pick and choose your spots with your in cap, so, you know, I'm normally sitting around 150, 125 ultimate when I'm using this anyways, just due to how the fight works out from what I've noticed. But the other nice part about Incapacitating Strike and why it's so strong is when you hit somebody with in-cap, you do 20% increased damage. And so when you have a fully buffed 500 ultimate in-cap with this build, 500 ultimate consumed, you do about 50% more damage for that 10 seconds than you normally do, because you get that big weapon damage bonus, and you also do 20% more damage to your opponent after you hit him with in-cap for 6 seconds. And so they both kind of coincide together. And so, yes, you know, we use our ultimate to finish people off. We like to try and get them around half health, in-cap, execute. This just allows us to finish a lot better. So when we in-cap, our executes are going to hit really hard. If they pop up in their, you know, Magicka Templars, their Magicka DKs, and we don't get the finisher, our surprise attacks are going to be hitting so hard for that 10 seconds, up to 50% harder, to where they're going to have to drain a lot of resources. Typically, they die right away, and if they survive, like they're just low on resource at that point. We can drain pools really quickly with this build because we have a shit ton of burst potential with Balorgh, and we can CC him with fear through block, and we just put people on the defensive. So that's the build, guys. It's not a whole lot's different. It's just very well rounded, pretty tanky. As I showed before, we are in heavy. We are running shadow image, so we're very kitey, we're very tanky, we have very good recovery, and our weapon damage potential with Balorgh. Like, our weapon damage is good. It's not great, it's good. And with Balorgh, it can go through the roof. So if you're really fighting a guy that you really need to burst down, build some ultimate, use Balorgh properly, and go at it. So that's the end of the build, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please comment in the section below. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.